This golf cart I'm sitting in, this is a perfect example of what Earth Day is supposed to try to accomplish, to try and put an end to the pollution of our air and water. One of the squatters who used to live here did find a way to get electricity. He took this extension cord, which has since been cut, ran it down this corridor, through the fence, and siphoned off electricity from next door. And this doesn't just happen in apartment buildings that have been run down. People who live near this section of the wash at Avenue 44 say it's not only inconvenient for the children who live here, it's dangerous. If the water can carry away a drainage pipe, it can certainly carry away children.
I was kind of surprised at what you were doing. You went right by me.
I'm sorry, I didn't feel that I was speeding. I'm kind of late for work.
Are you?
Yeah.
Police officers are having conversations like this more often since a new speed team began patrolling the 10 most dangerous intersections in Palm Springs.
I was over in the far right lane, and I pulled over in the middle lane, and then next thing I know, he's behind me with my lights on. I didn't even see him there.
That's the whole idea. Officers are riding radar-equipped motorcycles and driving what they call slick tops, the cars without the light bars on the roof. Both types of vehicles blend in better with traffic on Gene Autry and other roads a city survey has identified as the scenes of most accidents in Palm Springs.
We had a speed team work yesterday, and they gave 42 citations out in like a 3-hour period.
You might see one officer on a motorcycle in your rearview mirror, but chances are you're going to miss the one that's right behind him, the one in the white car. Even if you see an officer busy writing a ticket for someone else, you might want to ease up on that gas pedal.
They figured it would be safe to go ahead and increase their speed, try to get to work on time or whatever. And they'd end up speeding right by one of the motorcycle officers.
You can expect to see the speed teams patrolled during morning and evening rush hours, but they'll also be handing out tickets late at night. Lisa Myers, TV3 News, Palm Springs.
We got 2 boys his age, and our kids, they go to their friend's house. And the way it looks, you know, you can't even let your friends go to their friend's house. You know, they got to go to school and come straight home.
Eulalia Padilla's cousin is only one of the Desert Hot Springs residents who are shaken by the 9-year-old's murder. Parents who knew Lalo are scared to let the kids out of their sight.
My dad doesn't let us go out of the street by our own no more. Like, play with our bikes.
But neighbors of the murder suspect say it's not difficult to keep the children safe these days.
You don't see them no more. You know, they're all inside because they feel afraid to go out there.
But others are angry, and they're taking their feelings out on the family of the 15-year-old who's accused of killing Lalo and burying him in a shallow grave. When the police tape came down, neighbors say angry residents broke the windows. They tried to tear out the mailbox, and the blankets that hid the grave were taken down from the fence and thrown on the doorstep.
Well, it's like, you know, one of their family is going to pay for what they did with their kids. You know, it's like payback.
I heard that some of the kids were upset about what happened at the house, and they were saying that they wouldn't play with Jesse anymore.
I think that's true because at school he hardly has any friends anymore.
But it seems Lalo Padilla has lots of friends. Customers of the tire shop owned by Lalo's cousin are donating money for funeral expenses, and Philip Padilla is donating the money he makes during the last 3 hours of the day to the Memorial Fund. Mason Mitchell is just kidding about the heat, but his mom Cindy says the students at Julius Corsini School are risking heat exhaustion playing in the 100-degree weather.
When it's 115, the children should be inside too. I have 2 dogs, and when I'm at work and they're in the garage, my husband has built a swamp cooler for them. So I mean, it's like I care more about my animals than they do about the children here at Corsini Elementary.
Mitchell says her daughter, who has only 1 kidney, came home with symptoms of heat exhaustion Tuesday. So have other children.
I'd say twice in the last month as my son has come home, you know, very sick, you know, throwing up sick.
Administrators say they want to help protect the students, but they need parents to speak up.
I've not heard anything from Mrs. Mitchell or anyone else concerning the heat, other than the students if they say they're too warm, and then we recommend the air conditioning for them or the shade that's available.
Kids are required to eat their lunches inside the air-conditioned cafeteria. Physical education classes have also been held here this week, and administrators say they just need written notification to keep a child in a cool office during playtime.
We have some students that do not go out in the sun due to medications or some other reason, and they get to stay in the office or in some other air-conditioned area over in the building that I use. We don't make anybody go outside.
All 3 desert school districts leave the decision up to each school on whether the kids need to be outside. So unless the principal or a parent's note say it's too hot, most of the kids will be hanging out under the shade shelters. Lisa Myers, TV3 News, Desert Hot Springs. It's not usually this crowded at the recycling station, but today's Earth Day, and these kindergartners are fighting pollution any way they can, even if they don't always know why.
What does recycling do? Is that good for the planet?
Yeah.
Okay, why is it good? Do you know why? Okay, but you know it's good. What do you like best about recycling?
Crushing cans.
Yeah? Like the sound they make when you stomp on them?
We do have so many things that are recyclable that a lot of kids don't really even know about. You know, glass they know about, but I didn't know if they were too sure that the milk cartons were recyclable.
Valley leaders are fighting pollution too, building a recharging station for golf carts that run on electricity and developing fuel cell-powered carts. Congressman Sonny Bono says supporting the development of these carts supports local job creation and the environment.
We just don't blow our horn as much as the other side does. I mean, I just secured $1.5 million or $1.2 million for the Santa Rosa purchase.
Of course we have to have programs that balance the needs of people and balance the needs of the environment. But somebody with a 0 rating on environmental issues should be ashamed to be going out and having a photo op just on this one day.
Well, even the kindergartners wanted to get something else out of their recycling too.
What do you like the best about recycling?
Pizza party.
How many slices can you eat?
10.
You're going to order one for yourself or the whole class?
For myself.
Lisa Myers, TV3 News, Palm Desert.